Hello guys, welcome back. So happy Friday the 13th, happy Friday's Day. I want to talk to you something that's going to sound really weird coming from a pagan channel. It's someone that works with, say, Asmodeus and Loki, but it's a thing that I've realized they've taught me very rapidly, very lately. And it's one thing to try to teach other people a lesson, but then you finally get it at some point. You're like, oh. One of the games I had played, and I just wasn't getting the message, even though, like, in another game there were heart jewels and I just wasn't getting the message. In the game you play husband, and the husband I guess has a midlife crisis and runs away from his family. And I would like a chance to, at some point, and I could do it today, go back in and try to play that game and see if I can get a happy ending. Because if you do what you would do in a game to win, it doesn't work out right. So I'm like, okay, I'd like to go back and do that sometime. And then I'm thinking of, Asmodeus, as somebody pointed out, will actually, despite reputation otherwise, teach you how to be happy with what you have. We live in a world designed to make us think our lives suck. I don't know about where you live, but around here we get a mailer called the Clipper. And it's always full with all the stuff you need to have, and you need to have it right now. You need your gutters cleaned, and you need your house painted, and you need your lawn crabgrass free, and I don't even recognize crabgrass. you you need your driveway repaved, and you need all this stuff brand new and shiny so you can impress the neighbors. You don't want to look bad in front of the neighbors, do you? And you don't have all this money. And you also need to go out for steak dinner every night of your life, and you need to have pasta, and you need to have this food delivery service that's like this haute cuisine food, and that can make you feel really crappy alone, but you're getting bombarded with other stuff like, get our service and you'll have a beautiful lawn because we looked at your lawn and your lawn really sucks. You should be ashamed of yourself, and you need this and you need that. And then you come on YouTube, and has everybody seen that you need a metal roof because your life sucks without one? And you get bombarded with products of that cheap stuff you buy that you can afford is going to kill you. You need our all natural bullshit in a box. So it's like, I'm getting, yay, back here, she's back. We're bombarded constantly with ads telling us that we aren't enough, that we don't have enough, that, and that's just the stuff we have and the food we consume. Then we get told we're not young enough, we're not pretty enough, we're not thin enough, or maybe we're not fat enough. You gotta lose weight, you gotta gain weight, you gotta get this surgery, you gotta get that surgery, you gotta do this exercise. It's not good enough to go out to walk, you gotta have this expensive machine. It never ends. Because that is the kind of world we live in. And I kind of wonder why we built it that way, but that is the world we live in. And if you're content with what you have, we're taught, we've given up, right? We've given up. We've stopped trying because we're told, and this is impossible, by the way, that we should all be millionaire doctor lawyers who also scuba dive and are models because we should. It's not possible to do all those things. Maybe there's one person on the earth that can do them all, but it's really not possible to do all those things. And what Asmodeus has been teaching me and the other demons, or if you're not comfortable with that word, or gods, whatever, floats your boat, is truly being thankful for what we have and realizing the miracle of all the stuff we have. And, Christians have a practice, and I haven't noticed pagans doing this, of look at all the stuff you have and think of how many people it took to get all this together. Like, I have copper towels over here. Not fancy, those kind you order in a catalog. Think of someone had to mine that copper, and then someone had to do other stuff with it, and all this stuff had to be shipped places, and then somebody had to design the towels, and somebody had to make the towels, and somebody had to design the packaging, and somebody had to write the text, and somebody had to advertise it, and somebody had to ship it to you, and all these other steps I've missed too. And that process happened for every tiny thing you have, like any food you have, any stuff you have. Think of all the human beings that had to actually put work into it to get it done and to eventually get it in your hands. It's a miracle that we can do as well as we do. And we all have a lot of wonderful stuff. And it really doesn't matter if, it costs nothing, if it was given to us, or it cost a great deal, because they're things. We're not taking them off us. So far as I know, I have never had a god tell me, well, you have to get really expensive stuff now because you get that in the afterlife. I've never had a god tell me that. And what Asmodeus is teaching me is be happy with what you have now, and they're all working on me especially hard about having having faith in the gods. Having faith in the gods when it seems like we feel like if they only really loved us, they would answer our prayers and they would give us X, Y, and Z, right? It can really seem like that. I know it can. I have anxiety and I have depression. Thank the gods they've been pretty good and manageable lately, but I know it can seem, because there are people out there that will sell you magical cures too. We're pagans, so we got that bullshit going on too. That if the gods only really loved us, they would give us everything else too. The gods do really love us, and what we think we need and what they think we need are sometimes two different things. One thing I did get from watching It's a Miracle, and now I realize why the gods kept asking, "Where's your miracle?" I thought they were all throwing shade on another god. Where is your miracle? not, not, it wasn't sarcasm. I just was hearing it through the wrong filter. It was, where is your miracle? Where's the miracle in your life? Do you have a home and running water and utilities and some food and enough clothes to wear for like today, right now, this moment? You are so far ahead of millions of other people, and I'm not saying that to trivialize any other problems you have. You are so far ahead of other people. You really are. We live, a lot of us, thankfully, in beautiful homes. We have running water, we have electricity, we have a roof over our head. It might not be a brand new metal roof, but we have some kind of shelter. And, even if we lost everything, we still live in a decent enough world where other people would step in and be like, okay, it might not be the solution we want, but we would still be given adequate care, is what the thing is. And, if you work with Asmodeus and you work with Loki, they teach you to be grateful for the things you have, for all the blessings you have. Where's your miracle? You have the gods. You have whatever god you work with. You have whatever shelter you have. You have all the things that we take for granted that a lot of people don't have. Like if you have electricity and running water and you can look around you and see four walls, you're fucking lucky. We all are. We know that, and that's not, again, to trivialize any very real problems we have going on in our lives, but we're lucky. And if you're able to watch this, we're lucky because we're going through, tough times right now, and not everybody is fortunate enough to be able to have YouTube or have a way to watch stuff or to even be healthy enough to be up and, doing stuff. So, I think the message today is kind of appropriate, is coming on Friday the 13th because it's my lucky day, is to count your blessings and to, even though it's really hard, to let go of all your worries. Because believe me, I have anxiety, I have depression. I can tell you, carrying them around has never solved anything for anyone. It's not like I came up with the cure for cancer or something because I had anxiety all my life. It doesn't happen. Let go of all your problems, and whatever God it takes. Again, I don't find, as I'm working more and more with more gods, I'm not finding jealousy or anything. I'm not saying they don't want your time, but I'm not finding it petty jealousy as much. Just let go and have faith. Whatever God that takes. As Loki has repeatedly told me, they don't give two craps if you decide that you're going to start praying to a kitten because you think this kitten is a spiritual master who has come back to this plane of existence. They just care that you have faith. It's the faith that they can work with. It's the hope and love that they can work with. So, have faith, have hope, have love. Have trust in the gods, whether it's Loki or God or Buddha or it's a tree outside, as my mother would put it. You should have faith in something. Even if it's that kitten you think is an ascended master, who am I to judge? Maybe they are. So, yeah, that's not a real thing, by the way, but whatever you have faith in, have faith in it. Animals, people, gods, trees, whatever. Have faith. We're going to get through this, guys. We're always going to have challenges in life, but we're going to pull through. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you later. Bye bye.